Anchor is the easiest way to make a podcast. Anchor gives you everything you need in one place for free, which you can use right from your phone or computer. Creation tools allows you to record and edit your broadcast so it sounds great. And they even distribute your broadcast for you so that it can be heard everywhere. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. So make sure you download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
This is FET News. Hi everyone, I'm your host, Damian, and here are your FET News for this week. There are 2 brand new episodes on Monday, January 6th, so make sure you tune in. My new show, Afternoon Talk with Damian, has been postponed until further notice. Brunch Talk with Frett is back on IG Live on Tuesday, January 7th, and also on Twitter Live on Wednesday, January 8th, so make sure you tune in. Brand new episodes of Future Educators Talk comes out every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so make sure you subscribe so you get notified every time there is a new episode. Also, make sure you follow us on all of our social media platforms. On Facebook at Future Educators Talk, on Twitter at Future Ed Talk, and on Instagram at Future Educators Talk. And subscribe to our YouTube channel at Future Educators Talk. And make sure to hit that bell to get notified when new episodes comes out, because if you don't, then you are certainly missing out. So that's it from me. So make sure you listen in to today's episode of Future Educators Talk.
Good Friday morning.
Welcome to Future Educators Talk. I'm your co-host, Damian.
And I'm your co-host, Andrew Frett. And on today, we're supposed to have a guest, special guest, for this episode, but due to time confusion, he will. It's not yet confirmed right now, but we are thinking about having him for next week, which is our season 2 finale. Yes. So, right now it's been a long morning. Right now, yes, long morning.
Yeah. So, yeah. So, it's just for this episode, it's just the 2 of us on today's episode. So, but we will figure out sometime this week or next week for our special guests, so we can have them on, hopefully, for our season finale. So we just want to just apologize for any confusion on all of that, because we wanted to have them on today's episode. So, but unfortunately, we could not. So, yeah.
Yeah. I actually want to talk about it. Because we okay. So story time. We never had story times on here, so we're gonna have our first ever story time. So what happened was, y'all messaged each other last night, correct?
Yeah.
About the time, right?
Yes.
At 7:20.
Yeah.
Right? 7:20.
So
I text him. What time are we recording? Because so that I'll be aware.
Yes.
So he texts me at 7:20. So in my mind, I was thinking 7:20, a.m. my time.
Yes.
And so I was like, okay, cool. I'm down. I don't mind.
Yeah.
So here's the issue. The problem was I didn't know that it was 7:20 your time.
Yeah.
Central. So, because I even set an alarm at 6:00 in the morning so that I'll be up and energized and be ready to go.
Yeah.
But until you told me to clear everything up 7:20 your time, I was like, oh
yeah,
okay, because we were ready.
Yeah.
And so when I texted you, I was like, are you ready? Are you ready? He was,
and I was like, and I was like, whoa. I was like, whoa, I meant 7:20 my time, because when y'all texted me am I ready to record, I was like, record for what? Record today's episode. And I was like, I was looking at my time, it was like 6:20 or whatever, and I was like, it's not even 7:20 in my time yet. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, I forgot to mention to you that I meant 7:20 my time. And then because we live in two different in states, so I forgot to mention to you 7:20 my time, and then 8:20 your time. So I didn't quite, I forgot to mention that on the other day. So so that's with that on that.
I don't know if we I don't know if we mentioned it the very first day that we mentioned on the very first podcast, but he lives in Tennessee. He's in a different time zone. He's 1 hour behind. It's 10:30 now. Over there it's 9:30. So, and I'm on the eastern side. I live in North Carolina, Tar Heel State. So that's when, so when he texted me 7:20, I was like, yeah, sure. Because I was like, okay, well, good. Because you even texted him too at 7. You even told him the time too. So I was like, 7:20. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So That's our story time. This story time. So that was a big oof right there.
Yeah.
This morning. So I've been up since about 7:15 this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, about 7:15. So, whew, a whole morning.
Yeah.
But don't he? Don't. I can't see words. I can't even speak. Man. Ooh. Lost my train of thought. Wow. Yes. So we're working on to see if we can have him for next week. For season finale. Again, we won't tell y'all with the topic.
Yeah.
Just like last season.
Yeah. So
you would have to find out yourself. Make sure you tune in because
all right.
I do believe I don't know if this is true or not, but I do believe we're going to talk about season 3.
Yes. For season 3. All right. Now for season 3, we are coming back for season 3. Now, our original date for season 3 was on Monday, February the 3rd. But that has changed since I am starting college in about 2 more weeks. So we are actually going to start season 3 maybe probably February. I'm trying to see how my schedule is going to look. Maybe February the 4th, which is on a Tuesday. That is February the 4th. Tuesday, February the 4th is when season 3 is going to come out. So that is when new episodes is going to start coming out every Tuesdays now, instead of every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. It's going to start coming out every Tuesdays starting season 3 because of my schedule for when I'm starting college now. So yes. And also season 3, we may have a new co-host, so stay tuned for that.
Yes. Make sure you fill out the form.
Yes.
That is actually pinned on our Twitter page.
Yes.
At Future Ed Talk. Those are due Wednesday, January the 22nd.
Yes.
At 11:59 Eastern, 10:59 p.m. Central. And we will announce the new co-host on I do believe Monday, January 27th.
Yes.
And for that week, it's going to be training day.
Yes.
For whoever's the new co-host.
Yeah.
In case you missed, I don't know when was it. I don't know when was the last live Instagram live thing. But if you missed it, we kind of talk about the roles, about like what are you going to be doing as a co-host. I'm gonna go ahead and say it in here in case some people miss the live Instagram thing. So in a role of a co-host, you're going to be you will be coming up with topics for us two, me and Damian, to talk about.
Yes.
You're also going to promote future Ed Talk, so that more people can listen to this podcast. Also, you're going to be coming up with ideas, great ideas that will work with us, or so that it can make the podcast even better. Make sure you have social media, like make sure, because we be posting almost every day.
Yeah, we do.
Almost every day. Almost. Like you said, make sure you be here for recording, and also you must have the Anchor app, because that's how we record. We don't use those fancy microphones that cost a whole lot of money.
Yeah.
And plus, it's in a different state. So, make sure you communicate with us as well, so that we know what's going on. Yeah. So like if you're going to be out, please let us know.
Yes.
So that we'll make adjustments. Trying to think. I feel like I'm missing something. I think that's about it, really.
Yeah.
Unless
and
you can think of it.
And I believe, like I mentioned in that IG live video, don't be afraid. Well, this is probably not like a row kind of thing. Don't be afraid to speak your mind. We kinda, it's okay if we disagree on topics. It's fine. We have different perspectives on things. It's fine. We want to hear your honest opinion. We want to hear your opinion on things. It's fine. You need to have a voice on this podcast to where the listeners can understand you better. So, we want to hear your voice on this podcast. So, don't be afraid to speak your mind.
Right.
So, yeah.
Right. And I think I said this in Wednesday's episode. If we both agree on the same thing, there's no can't think of a word, but it won't be going anywhere.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be y'all agreeing on the same thing, but in your mind, you're thinking of a different, like you're disagreeing with everything.
Exactly.
I think the first time ever we had I disagreed on something.
Yeah.
And because normally I agree to almost everything, on everything that you said, but I do believe in one episode I disagree. Or yeah, in one episode I disagree, and then I disagree again with supporting students living in foster care. So it's very important to have different point of view, a different perspective. I can get out right.
Yeah.
So that's really the main thing here, is to have a voice, and because it's your opinion. There's no right or wrong answer.
No, it's not.
You know, this is not a test.
No.
Where you get a grade on it.
No.
This is a it's not really an essay, but
no,
it's kind of like it's kind of like a true or false question, almost, I would say. But in your opinion, in your mind, it's kind of like a true or false. So think of it that way.
Yeah.
So I mean, again, there's no right or wrong answer. I mean, it's okay to have disagreements.
Yeah.
So, I think that's about it for the role of a co-host. Also make sure to have if you can, and it's okay if you don't, but make sure if you can to bring special guests on here, because we love having special guests on here.
Yes, we do.
To share their point of view as well, because we like to hear their opinions on topics that we discuss, that we talk about. So, I think that's about it.
I believe so.
Really. Right, if I can remember everything. So yeah, the form is due on Wednesday, not this Wednesday, but in 2 more weeks.
Yes.
The same week as Damian goes to college. So it's due in 2 more weeks. And we'll be looking it over. Now, the final week of January is going to be like training week for you, so that we can get you up to speed of what's happening. We kind of give you the information of what's going on, why we're doing this, or and stuff like that. And then your official start will be February the 4th, which is the season 3 premiere. So make sure you turn not to turn it teacher mode. Make sure you turn those forms in, so that they won't be late.
Yes.
So that they won't be late. So
all right.
So yeah. Let's talk about today's episode.
Yeah. Shall
because
we?
Yes, shall we?
So, on today's episode, this topic right here has been quite on my mind for a very while, and I just quite been hearing it quite a lot lately for some apparent reason, and I just want to talk about it on today's episode. and it's the topic of why are educators leaving the education profession. So I just want to talk about that today. To me,
that's a good topic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good topic because I've been seeing it all over Twitter how teachers wanted to leave, and I'm just like, what do you mean leaving? Like, why do you want to leave?
Exactly. So, I'm just not getting it.
I'm very curious of this topic. I really want to hear teachers of this. I really want to hear from teachers about this topic, about why they wanted to leave the education field. I want to hear their thoughts on this.
So I mean, there's probably, for one reason probably why they are leaving is probably because of the work environment, the working condition at their school. Maybe it's just probably just being too much for them. So it's
probably because of teacher pay. Or not enough resources. That could be also the reason why they left. It could be also. But mainly from what I see on Twitter mostly, is that many teachers leave because of teacher pay.
Exactly.
Really.
Because they're just not getting paid enough, which they need to get paid more. Teachers need to get paid more. I mean, it's just ridiculous of how much they're just not getting paid. I mean, it's just really ridiculous to me. It just really is of how much.
Yeah.
That just really bugs me to death.
And you have to think as well, some of these teachers have kids.
Exactly.
Some of them, have bills to pay. I was listening to ToBEcontinued podcast last night, and our Mr. Morrison, which is our special guest, he was talking about he doesn't have enough money, well, not really enough money, but he feels like teachers should pay more because he got bills to pay too. So it's just like teachers got bills to pay. Teachers have, they have kids, so they have to put food on the table. You have to think of that way. You have to think of that as well. You also have to think, payments. either for house or for car.
Yep.
You know, either car payment or house payment or insurance, car insurance. There's just so many. You know, and that's probably why teachers have a second job, because of that reason, because teachers don't get paid enough. They have to find a second job to cover the expenses. I do remember 2 years ago, I went school shopping with my family, and there was a teacher work. She worked at a clothing store, and I didn't know that she was a teacher until she told us. She was like, "Well, I'm a teacher, but I have this job, to cover, the bills and everything." And it dawned upon me. I'm like, well, teachers don't really get paid enough, really.
Yeah. Well.
So it's just mind blown how little, I won't say how little, but how teachers don't get paid enough,
Yeah.
And you see this everywhere on social media, like everywhere. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, almost everywhere. So something needs to be done. Something.
It's just it's just we need to do.
And I forgot to mention. There are strikes. There was a strike in Chicago. There was a strike in Oklahoma. There was a rally. Hello. There was a rally in Raleigh. Red for Ed, which was set back in May because they want to raise that teacher pay. Teachers shouldn't have to
do that.
Go on a strike because of this.
They
shouldn't have to. So
something needs to change. Something needs to change about this. Seriously, it just really needs to. Seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just mind blowing. Seriously.
And another example, when we had Miss Roth on our as a guest, she probably spends a whole lot of money on school supplies.
Yes. Yeah.
Now, remind you, she's a first-year teacher.
Exactly. A first-year teacher.
Think about that for a second. She's a first-year teacher, and she's spending a whole lot of money on school supplies.
Yeah. Out of her own money.
I just feel like, her own money. Out of pocket.
Yeah.
Out of pocket. And I feel like teachers shouldn't have to buy school supplies out of pocket.
No.
They shouldn't have to.
No. To me, no. they should not have to do that at all. Like, absolutely not. To me, like, the school should do that for the teachers, honestly.
I agree.
Not the teachers.
I absolutely agree. I absolutely agree. And teachers put in so much work and ethic into their classroom.
Yes, they do.
Because they making sure that their classroom is exciting and inspiring for their students once they come in the morning and leave in the afternoon.
So, I mean,
and that's just one of the reasons why teachers leave. So, think about that for a second.
Yeah.
Just think about that for a second.
And another reason I'm thinking right now is why so many teachers are leaving is because they are feeling overwhelming stress. They are just stressed out all the time. They are. I know it. I just know it. They are just stressed all the time. And I was reading this article here last week that says the emotional stress teachers are dealing with seems to be at an all-time high. And in fact, a national study shows that 58% of classroom teachers describe their mental health as not good. It's just not. 58% of classroom teachers. So
that's probably the same article that I read for is educators are more stressed than the average people. And I think I talked about it in that episode where teachers they have to do a lot.
Yes, they do.
You might not think that they do a lot, but they do a lot.
Yes,
they have to make papers. They have to set up their classroom. They have to make sure everything is in order. They have to, make sure they follow the curriculum. I can go on and on.
Yeah.
I can go on and on.
They do so much each day. And even after, the school hours are over, when the children go home, their work are still it's still not done when the children go home. It still continues on and on. So it's just this is why right here they are just so stressed all the time. I completely get it. I really do.
And, some of the teachers are coaches.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are coaches. Some of them do after school, like after school clubs, like student council or book club or etc.
Yep.
And it's
Yeah.
It's a lot.
I know.
It's a lot. You might not think it's a lot, but it's a lot.
Yeah.
And they have to manage their mental health.
Yes.
At the same time.
Yes. And I'm like right now, I'm thinking one of my high school teacher, my junior high school teacher, Miss Katie Burketta, she does student council. She's a English teacher. She does all of these things for her students. She's like if I can say this correctly, she's a workaholic. I don't know if I said that correctly, but she does a lot. Yes. She does. She works. I don't know how she does it all, but to me, I feel like she must be, I don't know, she must be so stressed in the inside, but she just go on and on and on with her day, and she just so busy, and I'm just like, how does this woman does this? I mean, to me, it's just whoosh. I mean, to me, I don't know how can she do this. She must be so stressed, but I don't know. I just don't know. But to me, teachers, they just need to take a break. I mean, seriously, they just really do. All teachers, they really need to take a break. They really do, because they deserve it. They really do. So.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, they do a lot. Oh, like what Miss Hopkins said on our podcast. There's another. They're not just teachers.
No, they're not.
No, there are other titles besides teachers. So you have to think about that. They're not just teachers. There's another. It's kind of like a sub category.
Yep.
Right underneath teacher. So, and they do. I mean, and you have to think about it too. Even when they leave the school at the end of the day, they're still thinking about us students.
Yes, they are.
So, besides, grading papers and figure out what lessons to do for the week, besides coming up activities to do with the student, they're still thinking about us. I wonder how so-and-so is doing.
Yeah.
I hope so-and-so is doing okay.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
They're what they're thinking about. So,
yeah. And yeah. Also to add, you have probably is why they are also leaving. What about lack of respect? That just came.
That's a good one.
That just came to my mind. Lack of respect.
That's a good one.
So
a good one.
That just I mean,
the point is, you got to have good classroom management. That's really the main point here. I've been saying this in almost every episode I've done. Don't let your students run you.
No.
You run the classroom.
Exactly.
You run the classroom. This is what you're here for. This is your passion.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let the students run you. You run the classroom. Okay.
Yeah. Your students do not run you. Exactly. You are in charge of your own classroom, not your students. It's not the other way around.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You are the core. Yeah, you are the
and
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you are the I'm trying to think of an analogy and it's not going to my mind. You are the center of the.
Yeah.
I got a good one.
Oh.
You are the sun. You know, trying to relate it to the solar system. You know how the Earth, and other planets, orbit around the sun. You are the sun, and the students are the planets.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good example.
Yeah.
Hey now, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Ooh. Okay. You are the sun. And your students is the planet that involve around you. They don't circle. The planets, they do circle around the sun, but the sun doesn't circle around the planets. Oh, no. I mean, sunrise, sunsets, but however, the planets move around the sun. So, which equals you are in the classroom. That means you are the reason why you got hired.
Mm-hmm.
You are, you're the one that got hired. Not the students.
Right.
They were, selected or placed in your classroom.
Yeah.
I don't know how the process works, but they were placed in your classroom. So if they're acting up and you don't have that great and you don't have that good classroom management, that's when things go downhill real fast.
Yeah. So
So, yeah. There's absolutely no words to say after that. It's like I dropped a good quote or inspiration or something like that on this podcast, in this episode. So there are no words. Like, he's speechless right now.
mm-hmm.
He doesn't know what to say.
Yeah, I have nothing to say after that. So there are so many reasons. I mean, there are just many reasons why are teachers leaving the education field. And to me,
especially the good teachers. Let me say that. Especially the good teachers too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, who been there for so long, and they hit you with, "Oh, I'm leaving," and you're just like, "What?"
Yeah.
Like, at first you don't believe it because, you know, they've been here who knows how long,
Mm-hmm.
and they tell you, "Oh, I'm leaving."
Yeah.
It's bad because, you know, they've been here a whole lot, and, you know, of course you don't want a good teacher to leave.
No,
of course you don't.
You absolutely don't.
So, you know, and it makes the students sad, you know, disappointed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
so I believe that's probably it for this episode. Like I was saying, there are just like many reasons why the teachers are leaving the education field.
mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
to me, if they feel like they want to leave, then just go right ahead. Just if you feel like that in your heart, if that's best for you, if the school district, if they have done whatever that, if you feel that they cannot do if they have, then just go right ahead and just go then. If that's what you feel, just, it's going to be sad, of course, leaving your students, but
and your coworkers too.
Yes, absolutely, your coworkers, leaving them behind. But so that's all I have to say on this. This brought me up the past this year. Like I said at the beginning of this episode, this had really brought my mind the past couple of days, and I just like really wanted to talk about this on today, because this just, I just don't know. I still quite just don't understand like why so many are just leaving. Just why? So is there anything that you would like to add?
Not really. I just want to know, I don't know if this is going to be the question of the day or not.
Yeah.
I want to know for all the teachers that is listening to this episode is, if you left, if you're a teacher that left your school, tell us why you left. Was it because of something that the school district did, or was it because, because of the teacher pay, or something is just you're not feeling it 100%?
Yes.
Like that's what I want to know.
Yes.
From all the teachers is what if you left,
or are you thinking? If you're thinking of leaving. So, if you left, or are you thinking about leaving? So, let us know. Please let us know. Yes, just, we would like to hear about that. So, yes. So, yeah. So, that can probably be like the question of the day. I already quite had one, but that can probably be like the question of the day right there. So so
I'm gonna give it a little shout out here. Just make sure you listen to Be Continued podcast. They just released 2 episodes by Brandon and Brandon. Make sure you go check it out. If you like this podcast, you're gonna like To Be Continued. I just listened episode 2 last night. It's a great episode, y'all. It's a great episode.
Right.
So, I highly recommend it to listen. Like I said, if you like this podcast, you're gonna like To Be Continued. I believe they just started too. They just started.
Yes.
Back last month.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So yes, please support them. Yes, please do.
Yeah. Give them love.
Yeah.
Give them love too. Give them love. They just They just started, so give them love. Share if you have any feedback to them. If you have any positive or negative feedback to them, make sure you hit them up and share your thoughts on the episode too, because I think they will be gladly appreciated for some feedback. So
yes.
Just want to do a little quick shout out because I just listened. I just listened to To Be Continued yesterday. So
all right. So in the next episode, we will try to do our Q&A show.
Yes.
That will be in the next episode. So please help us out. Send in your questions to us. I will post another Q&A picture on all of our social medias pages, so y'all can send in your questions. I would do that on our IG story as well. So please send in your questions. It could be about anything. So we could talk about it on our show. It could be about anything, really, y'all. It could be anything.
Anything. We're like an open book. Ask us anything.
Yes.
And you have questions, we have answers.
Yes. Yes. So
we're like an open book.
Yeah.
Ask us anything.
Yes. Please.
Also, quick disclaimer here. So today's episode was supposed to be a Q&A.
Yes, it was.
So it was. There's just so much going on today.
Yeah.
First, time zone confusion and Q&A. So the Q&A that was supposed to be today. I don't know. We didn't mention this since the beginning, but
yeah.
I mention now. The Q&A episode that was supposed to be today has been moved to Monday because I believe you wanted to let people send in questions over the weekend.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the Q&A show has been moved to Monday. So y'all can send in y'all questions over the weekend because I want y'all to have time to do that. Because I believe when I did this, when I announced it on Wednesday, it was probably I know that it was probably not enough time for y'all to send in y'all questions, so I wanted y'all to give enough time to do it. So it has been moved to Monday, our Q&A show. So send in y'all questions over the weekend. So we'll be ready to answer it.
Yes. I can't speak today. Why? Ask us anything.
Yeah.
Anything. It could be about this podcast. It could be about us personally.
Yes.
So all you have to do, just go to our social medias and on Facebook, Twitter, and on Instagram.
Yeah.
And just type in your question. Make sure you use the hashtag #NutriEducatorsTalk and #NutriEducatorsTalk too. And we will answer your question.
Yes.
On Monday. This is going to be our first ever Q&A. So
yeah. Now I have a big announcement to announce right now. So I know that if y'all have been listening to our FET news at the beginning of the show that I have been doing this week, I know that I said that my new show, Afternoon Talk with Damian, my show has been postponed until further notice. It was actually supposed to premiere like this Tuesday, January the 7th. Well, I have some news now. My new show, Afternoon Talk with Damian, my first episode, my very first episode will premiere on Saturday, January the 18th, which is next week.
Yes.
Again,
Yes.
it will premiere on
Next Saturday.
Yes,
Yeah.
next Saturday, January the 18th, my very first episode. So make sure you tune in. It will be on YouTube. So subscribe to my channel at Afternoon Talk with Damian Anderson. So make sure you subscribe to do that. So I'm
subscribe and hit that bell.
Yes.
So that you'll be notified
when new episodes comes out.
When all new episodes come out.
Every Saturday. So.
Yes. I'm not. I was about to say you have a special guest for your second episode, but
yes,
you know,
yes, I do. So, yes. Any coming episodes, because I have recorded several episodes. In my episode 2 and 3, I have 2 guests. So, and in one of my episodes, I have a very special guest that y'all know. So, y'all would just have to see who that is. I'm just leave that there. Just leave that there. So, y'all just have to tune in.
A familiar face.
So, y'all just have to. Y'all just have to tune in. So, yeah. And also, if you would like to be a guest on my show, which I would love to have y'all on, just follow Afternoon Talk with Damian on my social media pages.
Yes. I'm gonna say you have a familiar face, familiar voice for your second episode. So yeah. So I guess speaking of, Brunch Talk is coming back next week also, because that has been postponed twice. Brunch Talk will be coming back next Tuesday and Wednesday. The topic will be middle school, so hard for many students. If you like to join me as a guest on those 2 days, either on Instagram Live or on Twitter Live, please join at any time, because I'm pretty sure this topic is for the students. So I would love to hear from you all guests, to hear y'all input, y'all experiences. So that's Tuesday, Wednesday, the 14th and the 15th, at 10:30 a.m. Eastern. So, make sure you tune in. Without further ado, I do believe this is it. Mm-hmm. So you might want to bring, snacks, popcorn, and a drink.
Yeah,
and find a comfortable seating. Because this episode is gonna be long.
Yes. So
yes,
you might want to get comfy.
Getting comfortable.
Yeah.
All
right.
Yep, that is it. That that is it. If I can think, nope, I don't have anything else because this was a great topic to talk about. I also have a topic that I would like to talk about as well.
Right.
But we are working on a special guest to join us about this topic. So we will keep y'all updated of what's happening. So yeah.
All right. Well, make sure to follow our social medias. Make sure to follow us if you haven't already, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure to do that, and to follow us on our social medias. Make sure to do that. So,
Yes.
So, without further ado, that is it from us on today. And until next time, I am your co-host, Damian Anderson.
And I am Andrew Frett.
And this is Future Educators Talk. Don't just listen to Future Educators Talk on your smartphone. Continue the conversation online. Like us on Facebook. Be a part of the conversation by telling us what you think. Join us on Instagram for behind-the-scenes content. And follow along on Twitter to stay up to date with what's happening on our podcast and beyond. It's you who keeps Future Educators Talk going. So like, comment, share, and connect everywhere with us. You get social. Let's listen.